2, 1.
Okay. Here we go. Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell, and here is Molly Conole.
Hey.
We're back.
We're back.
April 2nd.
April 2nd.
Welcome to spring with commitment. We're committed to this now.
Yeah. Look how springy it is. We got proof. We got proof.
This came out of my yard.
Yeah, right from the garden. Look at this.
Just a few minutes ago. Bring it up there close.
Look at that. Isn't that
Yay.
Yay. So beautiful. What a sign of spring.
What a sign of spring. We're in favor of spring. So
right.
This is a very, very, very special evening for us. We're glad you could join with us. We think it's such a big deal. We have so much to be thankful for, so
That's
much to
for
be
sure.
appreciative of. And I think I want to start off by just saying that, and I mentioned it this morning, we actually have a following on the vineyard, larger than I thought. You look at the comments, and we have all our wonderful friends across the country. And
That's right.
and
We have some friends here, but we do have a lot that we are from all over the place. So it kind of skews the results.
I think the folks that are here on Martha's Vineyard see the show, and it's a ho-ho. So they don't comment. Now, we get a couple of people. Candace comments. We get a couple of people comment.
I think they like to have
Carolyn
it on.
comments. We get a couple of them. But I was astounded in this past week about 2 or 3 occasions that I was out on the, I was out in the community, and on other pretenses of being a photographer or doing stuff, and a number of people came up to me and said, "We watch your show."
Isn't that nice?
And to me, I'm surprised because I know these folks, and I don't have any other exchange or conversation with them or whatever, and they say, "Oh, I'm watching your show."
Isn't that sweet? Yeah. So just because they're not commenting doesn't mean they're not invested.
That's a lesson learned for me. I have to recognize that as I wander the community, I have to behave. So anyway, the good news is, oh boy, the good news is we have followers, and we thank you.
And we thank you for being here. We thank everybody who's coming here and joining us, and either live or after the fact, and it's a pleasure to be doing this with you all.
And to be thinking spring. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the herring song as a, it's a great tribute to spring, to the herring and that annual spring migration into our freshwater ponds, and there really is good news out there. People are seeing them. They are returning.
The numbers are coming up. Isn't that a good thing?
People are sharing that news with us,
Yeah.
letting us know. And we're getting stories from the Cape.
Yeah,
Cape
nice
Cod.
pictures too.
We'd love to hear some more stories farther north of the Cape, or even farther south of Martha's Vineyard, because herring are part of the eastern seaboard.
That's right.
And so from Newfoundland all the way down to northern Florida, they migrate at this time of year. It's no kidding. It's a cool thing.
It's kind of a cool. It's really cool.
Never was a spring when the herring didn't come. Never a night when the fish didn't run. Never a thought we'd ever get this way, that they'd be so scarce in this modern day. Humpback whale breaches from a deep dive. Bald eagle flies so way up high. Shiny silver scales and that old fish weir. You gotta love it, boys. The fish are here. These seaside fish were our darlings. We haul them in the morning for the sun. Fast cold water and our hearts were warm. Fish tails they made Priscilla pearls. Wampanoag, Penobscot, and every coastal tribe. Winters were cold, it was hard to survive. Hope of spring came with this fish of the sea. It came wiggling, swimming up the stream. Scarce they aren't around much anymore. They are so depleted, they're gone from our shore. Don't tell our forefathers we've emptied the banks. We squandered them and have our greed to thank. These seaside fish were our darlings. We haul them in the morning for the sun. Fast cold water and our hearts were warm. Fish scales they made Priscilla pearls. When the shadbush blossoms and the snow melts, ponds open up and the creeks let out. Wherever a trickle of fresh water meets the sea, there's a herring waiting to come upstream. In the darkest night when the moon rises, turn the lantern light up high, the herring have arrived. Their names connect us to where we should be. Blueback, Alewives, Bucky, and Sawbelly. You can join us with a chorus. These fish were our darlings. We haul them in in the morning for the sun. Fast cold water and our hearts were warm. The ladies, they loved Priscilla Pearls. The ladies, they loved Priscilla Pearls.
I love that song. I love it.
We were talking this week about bald eagles being around and the ospreys showing up. And
Oh yeah, there's been a thing lately about them fighting over the nests.
the one thing that ospreys and bald eagles have in common. We hear a lot of stories about they don't get along. The one thing they have in common is that they both love herring.
There you go. So no wonder they want to be fighting over the best spot to find them, because those platforms they make for those osprey are nice and high, right?
We're hearing stories. We tell them we're hearing stories of the bald eagles that have been here all winter.
Squatters.
The ospreys come back and said, "Who's in my nest?
Who's in there? Yeah,
Who's in my nest?"
Sometimes they dive bomb them for days and finally get rid of them, and sometimes the eagles have already laid eggs, so they're not going anywhere. Mm-mm.
So obviously we've got people who watch this show who know more about birds than me. If you have a comment, please put it in there. Jump on board, because
That's right.
we love bald eagles and we love osprey.
That's right.
And we want them to get along.
We sure do. We sure do. That's right.
We want them to get along, and I think that's essential.
That's right. Absolutely.
So anyhow, I said this just before. Anyhow, I said this before. So the herring are showing up, and we're getting reports. And this is April 2nd, so we're in the days ahead. We're going to hear more reports. And I thank you, Lofgren. Somebody posted a video of herring swimming up a stream on the Cape.
Philip, yeah,
and then
that's right.
and then there's also if you're checking your Facebook situation, there's actually groups of people gathering together to clean up the run. Mm-hmm. Now, a week or so, 2 weeks ago, the herring run at the head of Lagoon Pond was cleaned up by the good-natured water district people. They went and cleaned it up and got it all going. But there's actually on the Cape that we know of, and there probably are other, and if you know of others too, please comment. People are taking it on. They're owning it. They're owning the idea that we got to clear up these herring runs and make them better.
That's a good thing. Mm-hmm.
And this is apropos of our concern also for salmon. And I raised this issue because I did this weeks ago when we came back from the West Coast. We learned that California, because of concerns of depleted salmon, not enough salmon in the ocean, they shut down. They shut down the whole
state,
recreational,
right?
commercial salmon fishery in California.
Yeah, that was notable.
That's
huge.
big. That's a big deal. And I noticed that CNN, and doing their national covering of the nation, did a big story about it. And I saw it today, and I was pleased to see that the journalist mentioned that the fishermen are in favor of this. They're in favor of this moratorium because every one of them recognizes the value. Nobody wants to dispute. I know on the East Coast we have a bad habit. And I don't want to just in a dismissive way say it, but in my years of following the New England fishermen, there have been events through the years where the fishermen question fisheries managers when they close down a fishery because of concerns for. So anyhow, my personal opinion is when it comes to the resource,
we want to keep the resource, right?
We will do whatever we can to protect the resource.
That's right.
Because it's almost often irreversible if they get so depleted. I know we're worried about mackerel. Mackerel are having a hard time coming back, and there are New England fisheries managers who are taking steps to bring back mackerel. So,
and that's all good. We celebrate that.
And mackerel were part of the spring, but we're not hearing about them. They were part of late winter, and mackerel are part of our story. And so the beauty of spring, Molly just showed you the daffodil.
Here it is again.
The beauty of spring is that things come alive.
It smells good.
They come alive.
Yeah, this daffodil is so pretty.
We're in favor of that. We think it's a great thing, and we've been hibernating all winter, doing absolutely nothing.
Oh, wait a minute! I think this is a segue to the song title, because the song title that we're next going to do is called "Whiskey Before Breakfast." Does that give you an idea of what we've been doing all winter? I hope not.
I didn't know that was coming.
I didn't either.
I knew we were going to do the tune, but I didn't know you were going to say that. I love this tune.
That's so
I love
fun.
the name of this tune. I think anybody, I mean, you heard us about singing about Miller's Maggots last
Yeah,
week.
right. Boy, these tunes have the best
We love the
names.
Irish folks. This song is called Whiskey Before Breakfast.
Yeah, no, we're not doing it, but we're going to play it.
This is another example of a wonderful tune, an Irish belt tune, that I can't play unless I'm totally sober.
That's right. You would not want to
I
try
can't
to
even.
play this.
I can't even smell whiskey. Because you may discover as we do this tune right now, we're doing it slow. We're doing
it slow because
we're doing it below the speed limit.
Yeah, but think about it. If you had whiskey before breakfast, you'd be going slower than the speed limit too.
I don't know. There were a few drivers around today.
Oh, well, that's true. Well, we might hope you'd be going slower than the speed limit. All right, we gonna do it nice and slow.
I got my finger on the right note first.
All right, I got my
Wait,
first
one more
note.
minute. One more minute before we get going. Molly's so ready to do this tune. This is a great tune, and anyhow, anyway, here we go.
Oh, okay, here we go. We're starting up.
You're gonna set the
Revving our
rhythm.
engines. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
give or take. I just, whoever wrote that tune, what a fun tune.
Yeah, right?
I know, and then to come up with, so what are you going to call that tune? I love the thinking process.
I know. Well, I think because of that part, like halfway through, or the start of the second half. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba. To me, that sounds like hiccups.
Yeah,
I'm
let's just
sorry.
head up.
Hiccup.
Yeah, here goes.
I think that might have been inspiration. What do I know? But
I think, Molly, we should come out with a whole bunch of new tunes that we give all kinds of provocative names.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that would help get them better received.
Like tapioca before dinner.
No, before dinner. Tapioca before dinner. So you have tapioca pudding before dinner. Anyway, I don't know if you're commenting, but please comment. Oh yeah, we're coming on live now.
We're coming on live. We're going to keep checking because last week I guess it cut out like about 10 minutes before the end, so we're going to keep checking on you to make sure you're still getting what you're paying for.
That's right. And we know you're all so invested in this program.
We're glad you're here.
We are. And we don't like it when we all of a sudden you want to talk about the gremlins of our lives? We have gremlins.
Oh, there's gremlins all over the place.
We have Molly and I, because Molly deals with gremlins on the computer all the time. So when we have a gremlin issue here, it's
we think these gremlins commute. That's what we think. They talk to each other and they cause trouble everywhere. I bet Brad can relate to that. Brad's with us too.
Oh my God, Brad's a professional.
Connie says tapioca before anything. Oh, I like that title too. I think we could live that one. Yeah, that's good. Oh, great. Oh, and Brad is loving that whiskey before breakfast too. Yeah.
Isn't that it's like, oh my God, it's such a great song title.
Yeah, and Susan's here with us, and got Toby is still on his trip.
Yay, Toby.
Safe travels, Toby.
Thanks, Toby, for checking in with us. This is great.
Yeah, and Pam Butterick is here with us.
Oh my God,
it's great to have you here. We're just loving having you here. So, what are we doing now? Oh, we're doing something.
We're doing
right?
something on the theme of Easter theme, like Palm Sunday, something.
Kind of springy too, right? It's kind of a springy thing, yeah. Well, let's do it. That'll be nice.
You're gonna love this. You've heard us do this. We got this on our CD. We got this.
Yeah.
But we keep doing different things to it.
Because it's too much.
There's one thing about this song, Simple Gifts.
That's right. Sing along if you know it.
Yeah, please join in with us, and also know that it's not a postage stamp song. Every time we do it, it's different.
It's different. So here goes. We don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just have fun.
We're starting with instrumental first. Can't remember.
I think let's sing it.
Okay, let's start out. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, as by turning we come out right. gift to be simple. 'Tis the gift to be free. 'Tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. Join with us.
Yeah, here we go.
When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come out. Right.
We never did it that way before.
No. And the beauty of it is, I mean, we practiced it before we did the show, but we kind of had this feeling like, hey, we're going to let it run on its own.
Just let it run.
That's a son.
That's right.
There's sometimes, and I know there are some musicians out there, Pam. So there's some musicians out there who know that a song has a life of its own.
Absolutely. Sometimes it sings itself or plays itself.
And we're just
following.
as singers, as instrumentalists, I feel that way about this song.
I know. It gets you in a groove. It's just so calming and comforting. It's such a peaceful, beautiful song. Timeless.
Yeah.
It is.
All right.
It is. Speaking of timeless, we're going on a boat now, right? For the next song, we're going on a boat.
That's right. We want to talk about weather, too.
All right.
We want to talk about yesterday afternoon. Late afternoon, right?
All right. Yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday, late afternoon, my phone rang.
Uh-oh. The phone.
Michelle, you paying attention? Because it's from one of your neighbors. We have a dear friend in the Chesapeake Bay.
That's right. Hi, Steve.
Steve Flesner. And he's older than me. And he's a very nice man.
Very
he's a
nice
catboater.
man. That's right.
He lives on the shore of the Chesapeake Bay.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He called us with like an SOS bulletin last night.
He called us to tell us that he just went through one of the toughest thunderstorms he'd been through in a long, long time.
Like he said, I never seen anything like that. It was, and so of course immediately we get out the Doppler radar and have a look. Nothing but bright dark red.
Oh
right?
my God, moving right across the Chesapeake Bay. So I know out there, folks, we know we got some of our Chesapeake from. We know.
Right, maybe Melissa can vouch for
Melissa
that
would
storm,
jump in and share with us a thought or so.
Yeah.
How was it for you? Were you all right?
Yeah, I hope so.
We, Sora, national news is full of stories about storms doing this and storms doing that. So, anyhow, I love this. This is a song about weather. It's called "Strike the Bell."
Oh, wait a minute. I'm ready for my prop now.
You want to share it with them? Tell them what you.
All right. So every time we sing this song, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I need a bell. I need a prop. So I said that as we were practicing once again. I need a bell. I need a prop. So this guy comes up with this idea that we should use this fabulous thing right here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh gosh, it's so heavy. Well, it's like this heavy cast iron thing.
Lift it up. Lift it up
it's
so they
a
can.
log splitter.
It's a log splitter. We use it for getting kindling.
See? So here in the middle part there, the middle part is a very sharp blade. You can see it's really thin, it's really sharp, and you put a big old piece of wood and you hammer it on down, and then you get a lot of little kindling. It's easy. It's a nice splitter thing.
It's a terrific way to get exercise at the same time, and also, any one of you who have fireplaces or wood stoves or whatever, you need kindling to get a fire up and going.
That's
like
right.
The one we got. We always have it, and this is a device. Weighs a lot.
It weighs a lot because it's got to be sturdy.
But it has one unique feature that they didn't promote or advertise about it.
It's musical.
Here.
Listen to this. Doesn't that sound like a ship's bell?
Doesn't that sound like it?
So there's the instrument. Let's do it. Now I have something to do.
deck walking all about. There is the second mate, so steady and so stout. What he is thinking of, he doesn't know himself. We're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below and look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see it has fell. We're wishing that the second mate would what? Strike the bell. Down on the main deck, working at the pumps, there is the larboard watch a-longing for their bunks. Looking to windward, they see a great swell, where they're wishing that the second mate would what? Strike the bell. Hit it again. Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below and look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. Well, we're wishing that the second mate would what? Strike the bell. Forward on the forecastle head, keeping sharp lookout. There is a Johnny, he's ready for to shout. Lights burning bright, sir, and everything is well. Well, he's wishing that the second mate would what? Strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below and look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. We're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Aft at the wheel, poor Anderson stands, clinging to the spokes with his cold mittened hands, looking at the compass, oh, the course is clear as hell. Well, he's wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell!
Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below and look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. We're wishing that the second mate would what, Molly?
Strike the bell!
One more verse. Aft on the poop deck, our gallant captain stands, looking to windward, his glasses are in his hands. What he is thinking of, we all know very well. Well, he's thinking more of shortening sail than what? Strike the bell! Strike the bell, second mate, let us go below and look well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. And look at the glass, you can see that it is fell. Well, we're wishing that the second mate would what?
Strike the bell!
Wishing that the second mate would
Strike the bell! That was too fun. I swear I hadn't had any whiskey before breakfast or before the show. That was just too fun. That was a natural high. Oh, that was fun. Now this instrument has a whole new life here.
Split a lot of wood.
That's right. That's right. That was fun.
Oh my gosh, you're so good. All right, well, thank you.
Oh, Joanne says yes. She just tuned in and she says it does sound like a ship's bell. Thank you, Joanne.
It really does. Here it does. We may bring it out more often.
No.
We may have to,
It's just so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of fun things.
Oh, we have a very serious song. Not.
This is a very nautical song, though
this
it's
is a
not.
fiddle.
The subject is not about it. Oh my God, you got to get your fiddle.
Gotta get the fiddle.
Fiddle is important.
Mm-hmm. This is a good
People
fiddle.
love you when you play the fiddle. Am I right?
What?
Please comment. Do you love hearing Molly play the fiddle? She needs to be encouraged.
Oh, no, I don't. It's okay.
She needs to be encouraged. Don't listen to her. She loves it when you tell her, please play the fiddle.
So silly.
I couldn't find it when you tell her in your Apple Music library. You can also play a radio station or ask for your music on a different app.
Siri's
Was that my
chiming in
phone or
again.
yours?
Did you all hear that? Siri was chiming in. That's your phone.
I don't even notice this every once in a while.
Siri just likes to chime in and talk to us. That's
She all of a
hilarious.
sudden jumps in the middle of a conversation.
I think we need to shout out to her more often. She's feeling left out. So
Oh my
crazy.
God. Anyway, so we want to, before I sing this song, we got to say something nice about Zeb Tilton. Because this is where this song comes from. We learned this song from Zeb Tilton. Actually, it was Gail Huntington who learned it from Zeb Tilton, and I learned it from Gail Huntington. But Zeb Tilton was a schooner captain in Vineyard Haven Harbor who sailed his schooner up and down the East Coast from Maine all the way down to, I don't know how
You
far
have a piece of artwork of that
I have
schooner.
a painting of it.
Right, a painting of it. How many masts did that schooner have? It was
Two-masted schooner.
a big one.
She's about the size of the Shenandoah, closer to the Alabama, that size. And she sailed out of Vineyard Haven in the days before.
Like big motorboat fishing boats.
Big
right?
high Route 95. when people used to ship a lot of their heavy stuff on boats, they wouldn't do it on a highway
Or on a horse.
or on a horse. So Zeb is like in the earliest days of cars, and he would take his schooner up and down the coast delivering coal, delivering granite, delivering lumber, delivering the heavy stuff. And what's that going on? Anyway, so he would do that, and he was beloved, and he sang this song. He was this Tiltons, they all sang. This is called Granny's Armchair, and people love this song. This song is a funny song. It belongs on Saturday Night Live.
But since they're not doing it, we're going to do it.
Should I play my harmonica? I could do the harmonica.
Oh, please. Harmonica. Yes, yes, yes. I can hear the crowd going wild already.
We haven't done any.
Oh, listen to you guys talking about the fretting. It's hilarious. I love it.
Where's my harmonica?
I love it.
Is this it? No, it's my C. That's my B flat.
Oh yeah, you got to find A, right?
Is this it? Here it is. Oh, we got
All
it.
right. Yay!
So, yeah, for all of you folks who pushed me to do more harmonica tunes, so we're going to do that tonight. So this is a funny song. You have to listen to the words, and we'll be as clear and bring as much clarity to the words as possible, because it's like a joke. If you get the
That's
joke,
right.
you'll laugh at the end.
Oh, they will. They'll get it.
My grandmother, she, at the age of 93, one day in May was taken sick and died. And as soon as she was dead, why, the will, of course, was read by a lawyer as we stood by her side. To my brother it was found she had left 100 pounds, the same unto my sister I declare. But when it came to me, why, the lawyer says he, Granny's left you that old armchair. Oh, how they tittered and how they laughed, how my brother and my sister laughed when they heard that lawyer declare, Granny's left you that old armchair. I thought it hardly fair. Still I said, I do not care. And when evening came, I took the chair away. Oh, the neighbors at me chaff, and my brother at me laugh. He says, Mark, you'll find it handy someday. When you settle down in life and you find yourself a wife, you'll find it very handy, I declare. On a cold and frosty night, when the fire is burning bright, you can sit in Granny's old armchair. Oh, how they tittered and how they laughed, how my brother and my sister laughed when they heard that lawyer declare, well, Granny slept through that old armchair. What my brother said came true. For in a year or two, strange to say, I settled down in married life. Oh, first a girl I did court, you know, and then I bought her a ring. I took her to the church. She became my wife. Now you may guess that we were happy as could be. For when my work was over, I declare, oh, I never abroad would roam, but instead I'd stay at home and be seated at Granny's old armchair. Oh, how they tittered and how they laughed, how my brother and my sister laughed when they heard that lawyer declare, now Granny slept you that old armchair. All right, this is the kicker.
Oh, here it comes.
This is the last verse.
I gotta be serious.
This is the verse that pays for the song. You've been waiting so patiently for the last line. This is it. Here we go. One night, the chair fell down.
Uh-oh.
When I picked it up, I found
What'd you find?
this seat had fallen out upon the floor. And there, to my surprise, in a pile before my eyes, were a lot of notes, 10,000 pounds or more. When my brother heard of this, oh, I must confess, with rage he went nearly wild, he tore his hair. And all I could say to him was, hey, Brother Jim, don't you wish you had Granny's old armchair?
You're so funny.
Oh, how they tittered and how they laughed, how my brother and my sister laughed when they heard that lawyer declare, well, Granny's left you that old armchair. Well, Granny's left you that old armchair. Thank you. We love Zeb Tilton.
Thank you guys.
Can you imagine somebody? Zeb was very tall, and he was blind in one eye, and he was just beloved. The women chased him all around, up and down the coast. No kidding. And he was actually a great storyteller, and he performed in Radio City.
Wow.
Radio City Hall, right back in those days.
Cool.
He's a wonderful man. You can look him up. Zeb, Z-E-B Tilton, Tilton. He didn't write this song, but he sang it. I don't know who wrote it. Anyway, he was a sea shanty singer with the rest of the Tiltons. But
Hey, you know what we forgot to talk about earlier? We forgot to talk about our
T-shirt?
T-shirts. Yeah. We were going to talk about that because it's getting to be
right.
spring. It's T-shirt weather. Hey, those of you who've gotten them, you've told us how much they were comfy and you really like them. So I hope you all know there's still plenty of sizes left. All the sizes, small all the way up to XXL. We got them on the website. If you want to get 3 or more, you get a special deal, $5 off each one. So let us know. And otherwise, we'd love to have the M&Ms all over the place. Those Sunday at Sea T-shirts, double-sided.
Molly designed the logo.
The M&M looks like waves. Two M's going like waves.
And so go to the website and there's pictures of the T-shirt.
Yeah, the front and back.
MollyandMark.com.
Yep. And Sunday at Sea on the front, and it's really pretty color of a T-shirt and pretty color. Light teal ink, and it was specially done. So here on the island.
I forgot to say something earlier, and I wanted to say it. I forgot to mention it to you too. I want to just tell you, for all those wonderful folks who were concerned about my chin, because I was wearing a Band-Aid on it for weeks. Mm-hmm. I can say weeks. You can see it's fine.
Yeah, all healed up.
They dermatologists, whatever, they went in there and they removed something suspicious. They thought it was suspicious. And then they analyzed it, thinking that maybe it might be cancer or something, and they discovered it wasn't.
It wasn't. So
it
fooled them.
It was great. It's two things of good news. Number one, that thing was removed, and number two, it was not.
Oh, here's some other
cancerous.
good news.
So here I am. You get to see my chin for the first time since we were in California. It was in California the last time you saw my chin.
That's right, because right after that,
no sooner than I got back out here off the plane, get it back on Martha's Vineyard, I had to go back the next day to have the procedure initiated.
Hey, we were also going to tell them about another cool thing happening next week. So before we see you next week, we have gigs. Easter gigs.
Oh,
we got Easter gigs, right?
Easter gigs.
Well, we saying gigs because actually one M of the M&M is going one place and one M's going another place.
It's the only way you can cover the island.
That's right.
Molly goes one direction, I go the other.
But we'll be playing in churches. The Federated Church, you're going to be playing.
I'm doing sunrise service. Easter
service.
Morning.
6 a.m.? Is that what time?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Okay. We're doing ours at 6
We're meeting at Memorial Wharf, which is my favorite fishing spot. But there's no connection between Memorial Wharf and Easter and Memorial Wharf and my favorite fishing spot. It's just coincidental. And I'm going to do some tunes.
That's right. And I'm going to be up at
part of the
6
service. Mark Winters is the new minister taking over at Federated Church. He's doing the show. He's in charge. He's going to be in charge of prayer. He's going to be in charge of saying thoughtful things. That's what ministers do. But Mark's singing. I'm singing.
Perfect music for Memorial Wharf. Perfect. And I'm going to be up at the 6 a.m. We have a sunrise service in our church, and then we've got a
West Tisbury Congregational Church.
Yep. And then at the Ag Hall, we'll be there for the service for the community and the egg hunt and the whole thing. And it's going to be, we got bell choir, we got the choir. I'll be playing flute in the early morning one. It's just going to be a fun musical day, even if we don't get to do it together in the morning.
Even though we're not together.
Have fun.
But we will get together for the show.
That's right. We'll be here later on. We'll check in with you.
And we'll have a cup of coffee before we do it.
Because we obviously need more energy.
Well, that's right. We will have exhausted, our batteries have exhausted.
It's true. It might be a nap day.
It might be a nap. And I know Monday will be. Anyhow. So, anyhow, we love you all.
Yes, we love you all.
And so thank you for joining with us. And it looks like everything is running.
Yeah, everything's running. Yay, the video didn't poop out this week. Yay, hooray. I think we drove the gremlins away by calling them out by name. That was it. We're on to you, gremlins. Oh, we know this song. Oh,
So did you like our bell?
it's great.
It's not a brass bell like we all... Isn't that a great sound?
So good. It could be a buoy too.
Oh no, you're not going to play it.
No.
You give her that. Boy, that's a great instrument, huh?
That is good.
You want my attention when I'm... Just ring that bell.
I'll ring the bell.
Call all hands to man the capstan. See the cable running clear. Heave away and with a will boy for New England we do steer. Rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to dear New England, rolling home, dear God to thee. Fare thee well, ye Spanish maidens, it is time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together. Happy times we've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home, dear New England. Rolling home, dear God to thee. Round Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tying those sheets and pulling those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear New England. Rolling home, dear God to thee. All right, one more verse.
You know it.
What a great show.
What a great show.
And as far as I can tell, it went through.
We're good. We're
It
still
looks
on.
good. You got all sound, everything.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you for being with
We
us
love
through
you
the
all.
end.
Thank you so much for being here. What a
Happy
treat.
Easter.
Yeah.
Happy Palm Sunday.
Happy all that stuff. Happy spring.
Many thousand miles behind us. Many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to bring us to their well. With ginger beer. Oh my God, here you are, folks.
I thought we better have a toast to you.
We gotta have a
y'all.
toast to you all.
That's right.
Toast to hopefully a show that went all the way through without gremlins.
Woohoo! Have a great week, everybody. Good stuff. Cheers.
Here. Here's whiskey for breakfast. Here's to the tune.
Here's to the tune.
Anyway, I'm not going there. But anyhow, love you all. Thank you for joining with us. Have a great week.